Hello and welcome to the workshop. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you very, very much. I say we, myself in front of the camera. Young Buckets Esquire, please say the Esquire behind the camera.
How do you do?
How do you do? Wow. Okay. That's how you're coming.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. I respect it. If you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. You can also hit that little bell icon, a notification button, if you will. Buckets, what does that do?
It should allow YouTube to then email them and or send them a push notification to their phone.
There you
if
go.
we upload a new video.
There you go. And we do that how often?
Almost every single day.
Almost every single day. So if you love sneakers, you have come to the right place. What else? You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Foamer Simpson. If you are looking for me outside of YouTube, hit me up. We can chop it up, talk about all kinds of stuff, sports, food, music, or sneakers also. Lots of sneakers. What else am I forgetting? If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does go a long way. Helps feed the algo. Hashtag feed the algo and help the channel grow. It's kind of how it works. It's how YouTube has set things up. Buckets, anything to add, or are we diving in? Because I was going to say I'm very excited about these. I'm not. I'm decently interested in them.
Intrigued.
A little intrigued.
Okay. No, I have nothing to add.
3, 2, 1, bang, bang. This is the Air Jordan 1 Shadow 2.0. These are set to release May 15th, which is this Saturday, and retail is set at $170. Shouts to the homies over at Kicks Are For Us. They tossed us this pair a little bit early, that early assist. It's always nice to be able to get that little sneak peek, and that's something that we try to do. If you tune in regularly, then you know that. We do try to bring you those early looks, because with a lot of these sneakers, let's face it, they're selling out. Resale prices are a lot of times very, very expensive, and so you want to be able to get a good look at the sneaker ahead of time so you can, Buckets, what's the right word? Like assess, gauge how much you want them.
I say to make an executive decision.
Executive decision. I like it. It sounds very fancy. We will go with that. The early look for your executive decision needs, I think. Okay. I do think it's safe to assume these are going to sell out. I'm no expert when it comes to that kind of stuff, but it's a Jordan 1, which we know is a very popular sneaker right now, and it is a version, I guess, of a very popular colorway, that being the Shadow. This is the 2.0. Now, I'm actually, I think, a little less hype on these than most people. It's still a nice pair of sneakers, don't get me wrong. You really can't go wrong with a black and gray Jordan 1, but to me, these are nowhere near the regular version of the Shadow colorway. Buckets, do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, the 1.0, greater than sign. Do I got to put it this way?
That's how you do it.
Greater than sign, and then over here would be this shoe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, getting a little jumbled up, doing some Matrix octopus type stuff, but you get the point. And it is the same colorway, but the color blocking is kind of switched up. They pulled a little switcheroo. It's almost the reverse Shadow in a way, kind of like the shadow, and mostly where that shoe is black, this one is gray, and vice versa. And normally it would be all leather, but they switched it up on these, and actually all of this gray that you see is a suede, and it is very, very smooth to the touch. I will say that. It also feels a little, or looks, not feels, a little lighter than the original shadow colorway as far as that gray goes. I'm just going off memory though. I don't have that shoe any longer. Other than that, you see the smooth black leather perforated on the toe box. Wings logo on the side. Nike Air on top of that nylon tongue. Crispy white midsole, all black bottoms. And I don't know why, but the black outsole on this pair in particular, this colorway, it just looks incredible to me. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I love that combo, especially when you have, well, a combo means two things. So yes, when you have the white midsole and the black outsole, something about that. Would you say, I mean, that is the most classic look?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. It's just like the black. I almost want to say icy, but black's not really icy. Black ice, like the car freshener.
Yeah, you're losing me.
Black ice is dangerous. Be careful. Okay, I'll just say it's a classic look and leave it at that. These also have an extra set of laces, which is always a nice thing. It really is a nice sneaker. I just think whenever you play off of a classic colorway, the bar automatically gets set very, very high. In some ways, it's probably one of the nicer Jordan 1s to release this year, but I look at them and I just say to myself, I'd rather have the original shadow colorway, and that's what I see when I look at this sneaker. So for me, that does kind of take them down a couple notches. I would say if you can get them for retail or snag them for a nice price on the resale market, then go for it, especially if you like the sneaker. I mean, that goes without saying. That's not precedent, that's paramount.
Yes.
To everything. I mean, you got to like the sneaker, and if you do, then hey, go for it. It's obviously a very wearable sneaker, but it's not a shoe that I personally would or will pay an arm and a leg for. I am curious to see what the resale range kind of settles at, and it is really crazy. Buckets, you mentioned this before we turned the camera on. Jordan brand has gotten a ton of mileage out of the Jordan 1. I mean, when would you say they started getting really popular again? I want to say like 2013.
It's whenever the bread came back
I think it was 2013. Yeah, that's where I mark it as well.
Yeah.
Man, when that sneaker released, I remember people were all about the Jordan 1. And now I know it's been popular at different times and different eras and different years, but the run from 2013 to now has been crazy because it's pretty much been colorway after colorway, after colorway, after colorway. And like all things, that does have to eventually slow down and dip because that's just the way things work. We see it time and time again. Obviously, different sneakers have different lifespans, but pre-2013, I'm not going all the way back to 1985. I'm just saying pre-2013, the Jordan 1 was really not nearly as sought after as they are right now in 2021. So you can kind of see the different cycles and the ebbs and flows.
Flotsam, jetsam.
You know, I'm doing some stock market stuff now, so I think I'm an expert on charting graphs and such.
Okay.
The graph would be up high on the Jordan 1. All I'm saying is that does have to eventually come down, but there's no, I don't know, Buckets, do you see a end in sight?
I mean, I don't know where it is, but it will come down. They can't continue at this pace. Like it's like 2 times a month the Jordan 1's coming out.
It's crazy, and every time, boom, they sell out. That was a nice snap. I can't always snap that good, so make sure you accentuate that, maybe even zoom in a little. So we'll see. We will see. Here's what I'll say. This sneaker, scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8. Buckets, I know you're probably going to be a little lower than that, as you often are. I'm going to give it an 8 because it is a really nice sneaker. But for me personally, it is not a must-have. It's not one of those necessary sneakers. I guess no sneaker is necessary, but this doesn't feel mandatory. It's not Mando in my opinion. Bucket, scale of 1 to 10, where you at?
So I think that you can judge it 2 ways.
All right, here he goes, folks.
Here you go. So within the canon of Jordan 1s, right? You look at all the Jordan 1s combined, this is like a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
you got to compare it. Also, there's the fact that it's just not as good of a version as the Shadow, like you've been saying.
Right. Okay. All right.
So you could say the Shadow, for me, I'd probably say it's a 9 out of 10 sneaker.
Agreed.
So this is just
Probably a 10 out of 10 for me, but continue.
yeah, fair enough. Very high.
Yes.
So I think when you judge it just by one sneaker, like if you'd never seen a Jordan 1 before, you'd be like, oh, that's a really nice sneaker.
Right. Yeah.
But if you look at it within the context,
The canon.
the conceptual context, it's a 5 out of 10.
Wow.
And that's what I'm giving it.
Wow. Bold take, Cotton. I disagree. Leave a comment below and let us know how you feel about this colorway, this sneaker. How does it stack up to and against versus, I guess is the right way to say that. The original Shadow colorway. Leave a comment below. Let us know. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very, very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, mañana, same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new sneaker for your head top. I feel like I can almost, I've done this so much now, I can almost be one of those auctioneer type dudes.
No.
That was really fast. I think that's almost the fastest I've delivered it.
You can deliver the end fast, but almost nothing else is fast.
No, it's just that. But that's what I'm saying. I just lock that in. I just harness that skill set and bring it over to an auction.
Okay.
There you go. Like old storage units, maybe a 1985 pair of Shadows in that old storage unit. There were Shadows in 85, right? I know it was an OG colorway.
I think so. I mean, I have to go back.
85, 86. Who knows? Whatever. Anything to add?
No.
Adios.